Hey everyone, I'm going live a few minutes early just to make sure that my camera's working, and in case anybody shows up, I can explain what we're doing today. Let me move it a little bit that way. So I'll go ahead and start explaining, and then that way, when we actually get started at 7, we are ready to go. So I am in the process of getting my yoga certification, and in order to do that, I have to do 10 free classes, and I thought this would be a great way to reach as many people as possible. I'm very nervous, but I have a history of yoga. I initially started off very young with dance, and did a lot of stretching with dance and got very flexible that way. So it was an easy transition over to yoga after college, and I've been doing yoga for over 20 years now. So I'm excited because the reason I'm getting my certification is that I might get a chance to first substitute and then later teach at the YMCA in Kernersville. So I'm really excited about that. And let's see, what time is it? We have 2 more minutes. So today we're going to be doing a Vinyasa flow. I wanted to show my type of yoga, which is lots of stretching, but it's also what some people would consider a power yoga. So we get a lot of strengthening, and that's why I named it Stretching for Strength, I think I did, because we're going to get a lot of exercise today. We're going to really work our bodies. Today is going to be a whole body exercise. As I go through, I've got 10 different classes, so I'm going to break it down into a little bit more advanced, a little bit more targeted, upper body targeted, lower body targeted, and then doing a very intense power yoga, and then bring it back down and do a restorative yoga. So after we work ourselves really hard, it's nice to relax and bring our bodies back down to center, and that's what restorative yoga will be. And then later I actually hope to try to do a chair yoga. That would be a lot of fun. And that can be for anybody who sits at a desk all day long. So that would be some great moves to just get yourself relaxed and stretched while you're working, get the blood flowing, and help. So I think we're at about time. Let's see. We are just about time. I'm going to go ahead and get our music started.
Battery 100%. To Jeffrey's iPad and Robin's new.
Okay. And again, my name is Robin Owen. Here we go. All right, that's a little too loud. All right. Hopefully we can hear that and it's not too loud. All right. So you should have a nice space where you can move. I might hit this wall a tiny bit, but that's just how this is going to work out today. So we're going to start actually facing to the side with your legs pretty far apart, and we're going to take some big inhales. So we're going to take an inhale up, big inhale up, expand your body, and on our exhale we're going to kind of trace our fingers down in front of us and give ourselves a little bit of squat. We don't have to go down too far this first time. Inhale up. Exhale, drop it down. See, you can go a little bit lower each time. Inhale. Exhale, drop. One last time. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. All right. Find your center here. I just opened my toes out a little bit more. We're going to keep sinking deep, and we're going to rock from side to side. I'm trying to keep my body on a nice, even line, so I'm not going up and over each time. You do not have to be deep in this. If you're up here, just make sure that you don't go up and over. We're keeping a nice, straight line. So we're rocking it from side to side. We got a deep lunge on this side. Rock it back over to the other side, nice deep lunge. Now we're going to start adding our arms just a little bit with a little body twist. Waking up that body. see if you can twist a little bit more each time. Get the arms wrapped around a little bit more, loosen yourself up, but keeping nice and low. Now we're going to take 2, 1, 2, and pretend you have a little ball in your hand, and push that ball and push it away from you, and hold it, and let's go back. 1, 2, let's go to the other side. Hold the ball, push, and press away. Now here you can use your upper body. You can make it an easy move and not really engage your upper body like that. You can make it a harder move where we really engage, and it's as though we're pressing something and pushing it away. That just adds more to your exercise. Easy or hard, however you want it. I'm going to put a little bit more tension in my arms to really warm up that upper body. Here we go. Let's take another nice inhale all the way up. And exhale, we're going to come diving forward with a flat back and stopping right about halfway. And we're going to slowly rotate, kind of like we did at the very beginning. We're stretching the backs of our legs here. We're working our back. We're stretching that upper body. As we go, see if you can go a little bit lower. A little bit lower each time. One more time. And let's come to the middle. Drop the hands down. If you need to, you can put them on your thighs, wherever you are. I'm going to fold forward a little bit more. And we're going to get just a nice gentle open leg forward fold. You can move around here, feel where it feels good, where you're tight. I have a little bit of tightness right there. Move it around. Come back to center. We're going to straighten the back. Reach with your left hand towards your right foot. Lift up and come around with a windmill. Here we go. Coming down. Drag the floor with your fingertips. Up. Around. Keep that torso nice and tight. We're holding our abs in and using our muscles to pull ourselves up and over. This last one, just come to your left little corner and let's reverse it. Coming back up around, up and over. Nice windmill. You can have the head into to stretch that neck. Coming up, up and over, down, around, up and over, down and around. All right, coming back to the middle. Let's place our right hand right underneath our face. Let's lift up the left arm up to the sky. Give ourselves a nice little twist here. Big inhale. Our heart should be working a little bit more. We should have, our breath might be increasing. Let's reach around and grab back behind if you can. This is where you can stay. If you want to take it a little bit farther, you can reach around, and this is called a bind. I'm binding my arm with my other thigh. And release. Put the left hand right in front of your face. Lift the right arm up and look up over that shoulder. If you want more of a stretch, reach around back behind and you can bind for a deeper twist. Coming back to center. Let's take a little plie. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale to heart center. That was a great little warm up. I'm going to take a drink. We should be warmed up, hopefully. We're going to do quite a bit more. That was just kind of like a Tai Chi warm-up. I like to call it my chai tea warm-up because it's not actually Tai Chi, but it's fun and it's great for centering. So now we're going to do a sun salutation. This is one of the best moves. If you're only going to do one move, this is it. Big inhale up. You're going to exhale with a flat back and dive forward only about halfway. Hands come to your thighs. Inhale up, and now we're going to drop as far as you can. Don't go too far. Feel your own body. I've been doing this a long time. I'm going to drop all the way down. Now let's take a nice big inhale. We're going to lift up to a flat back extension. Your fingertips might come off the floor. Mine are going to stay down. Or you can just bring your hands to your knees. This should activate more along the back hamstring. If you push away, you'll feel that leg activated. If you're pressing down, you can press up through your heels, kind of lifting up and lengthening those hamstrings. Okay, we're going to inhale up again, flat back. On our exhale, we're going to lift, we're going to step all the way back with our right foot, coming into a lunge. Wherever you are in your lunge, just stay there. We're going to take a nice inhale up. That's going to get in the way. And exhale down. Hands come to the front. You're going to put your weight on those hands. Bring the left leg back into our first downward dog. We're going to stay here for a second. Really feel this pose. What we're trying to do eventually is getting our chest to the ground. It's not the head we need to get there. It's the chest. So it's going to create an arch in your back. And that arch should really light up the backs of your legs, those hamstrings and the calves. We can also walk the dog here, which means bending one leg, bending one knee, and then pressing through the opposite heel. Very gently, very slowly, to get nice and deep into that stretch. Come on back to regular down dog. And we're going to come forward into our first plank. Keeping that plank nice and tight. I like to go up and forward on my toes a couple times just to find my center. Make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Your body is nice and straight. You're not leaning down. You're not leaning up too much. Somebody could come and put a nice plank on the back of you and it would be straight. So here we're going to do our first Vinyasa flow, I should say. We're going to bend our elbows, keeping our elbows nice and close and tight to the body. We're going to come down and hover right over the mat. Here you can drop your knees if you need to, okay? If you've dropped your knees, just press your body up through, and we're going into upwards, up dog. Curl the toes, lift the hips, and come all the way back to downward dog. Now we're going to lift the right leg high up into the air. It doesn't have to go super, super far. We're not very stretched yet, so don't have to make it as high as mine. Just hold it there for a second. See if you can press down through your arms. With a big inhale, bring that knee as close as you can to your chest and try to drop it between your hands, lifting back up into a lunge. You can be up here, wherever you're comfortable. Let's take a nice inhale up. And exhale the hands down, right by the feet. Pop the back foot forward to meet the right. Back into forward fold. Bend your knees slightly with a nice flat back. We're going to come all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, lift and reach back. This can be a very small movement. We're stretching our backs and our fronts, really. And bring it back up. Exhale. Let's give ourselves a nice neck roll. All right, and now we'll do that on the left side. So inhale up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back extension. Exhale, left foot now steps back as far as you can into a lunge. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down in front of the feet. That front foot comes back to downward dog. Let's try to press our downward dog farther down, really working through those shoulders, pressing down with your hands. This is a very active pose. You can walk your dog a little bit. Inhale, coming forward to our plank. We're going to try that flow again. So we're going to do a tricep push-up, coming down, hovering above. You can drop your knees if you want, or roll forward into upward dog. If your knees are down, you've rolled forward into cobra. Curl your knees or curl your toes, lift your hips, and come back into downward dog. Let's raise that left leg high up into the air, as high as you feel comfortable. It doesn't need to be super high. Pressing through the hands, through the palms of your hands. On your next inhale, bring the knee in tight to the body. See if you can drop it gently in between your hands, and coming forward into a lunge. Big inhale up. Exhale comes down. Hands to the front. Pop the back leg forward to forward fold. Big inhale up. And let's exhale our hands down, clasp them behind our backs. Lift the chest up as high as you can, and then come back a little bit. Your knees can be bent here to support your back. And come on back up. I'm going to take a quick drink, and we're going to do that one more time on each side. All right, I can move this over a little bit. Hopefully you can still see me. Okay. Inhale up. Exhale, dive forward. We're going to go a little bit faster with each breath. Inhale comes out. Exhale, steps back. Right leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop the hands down. Step that front foot back to downward dog. Inhale, coming forward into the plank. Exhale, just stays in plank, and then we inhale down. And exhale comes up. And lifting the toe, or curling the toes, lifting the hips, downward dog. Inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, bring it through. Place and lift. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop the hands. And foot comes forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lift and reach back. Inhale, back up. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lifts up. Left foot steps back on the exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, down to the front. Foot comes back. Press into downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Last tricep. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Downward dog. And left leg comes up, last time. Inhale, come forward. Step the foot. Exhale. Inhale comes up. Exhale drops down. Leg pops forward. And inhale up. I think I did it on both sides. I hope I just didn't skip a side. Either way, I think we're good. Okay, we're going to do a little standing strength now. Inhale comes up. Exhale, we're going to sit back. This is pretty intense. Some places call it the intense pose. It's not easy. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get low and high at the same time. Chest is lifted as high as we can get it. Legs are sinking as low as we can get them, as though we're sitting down. Inhale, we're going to lift the left elbow, put it on the outside of the right knee and twist. Inhale again. Through center, exhale. Inhale again through center. Exhale, your little right leg is going to step as far back as you can into warrior one. Nice big inhale. Exhale, let's open up. Actually, I need to get a little lower. Open up into warrior two. Our front arm is reaching forward. Our back arm is reaching back. Our chest is facing the side. And we're looking over. Twist the hand, lift up. Trace your fingers across the ceiling for sun warrior. Get that front leg a little rest in this pose. We're coming back to it. Big inhale. Arms come back through warrior two. We're going to drop down into extended warrior. Lift up. If you want more here, you can drop that hand down. If you're down, come on back up. And let's come through warrior two. And we'll swing the arm around, lift up onto the front foot. I'm going to come forward back a little bit. Lifting that right leg. Let's come down into a nice warrior three. Trying to be as flat as you can, reaching the right leg back as far as you can, as straight as you can make it. The arms as far ahead as you can get them. And bend that front knee. Come back into sun warrior. Hopefully we're feeling it now, huh? Straighten that leg. We've got a break, everybody. We're going to pop this right hip as far out to that way as we can. Get sassy with it. Pop it out. We're going to reach the left arm as far as we can and drop it down wherever you're comfortable. You might be up here, wherever you are. I'm going to come down a little further. Reach the right arm high up to the sky. Big inhale. On your exhale, I'm going to drop that arm down. I need to be very careful about this with my hamstring. I'm going to come up a little bit. And let's fold over for pyramid pose. Be very careful with your hamstring here. Only go as far as you can. If this is a stretch for you, this is good. You are getting as much or more benefit out of this stretch if you're feeling it than I am out of this one if I'm not. So if you feel the stretch, you are getting the benefits of yoga. And you're getting all those good hormones and all the good feelings come with it. Okay, right arm is going to go either onto your shin or the outside of that leg. The left arm is going to lift up. We're going to do a nice twist here. Inverted triangle. This should get that sciatic nerve going all the way down your leg. It might look like this. If that's where you are, that's awesome. If you feel it, you're working it. Big inhale, and let's come forward. And we're actually going to lift up this back foot, drop that knee down, and then we're going to sit back down onto that knee. We take a little bit of a break, and then we have to go back to the other side. Inhale up. We're trying to get our chest this way. It's not bending forward. That's not what we're trying to do. Come forward with the chest this way. So you're trying to get your collarbone to your toes, not your forehead. Once you've gotten as far as you can go here, then you can relax. Then you drop everything down. But if you drop everything down here, you might not be getting any. You might not be getting the right stretch. So you come forward first and then slump. Big inhale. Exhale all that air out of your lungs. And inhale. We're going to push ourselves forward onto that front leg. And we're going to do some hip openers, some hip stretches. So I'm very open in my hips. If you are here and you're getting a stretch, just stay here, okay? If you feel it, you're getting the benefit of it. So I feel it when I get way down here. I actually need to push my leg out a little bit. We can come forward. I think this one's called lizard pose. Uh-oh. I believe this is lizard. Gecko? No. All right. You can move all around with it. So wherever your body needs, you can move way in all sorts of different crazy ways here. to get deep into those hips. Do whatever feels good for you. All right, we're gonna press ourselves up. Get the knee back under if it's out. And lift up. Look around. If you have a strap, actually, let me get my strap out. You could use a strap for this. Oops, sorry, one. You could use a strap for this. Hook the back of your foot, and you're gonna pull it in, okay? So, we've got our front leg as high up as we can get it. You might be here. If you're here and you do this and it stretches, you're great. I'm gonna come down, look around back, grab that toe, and we're gonna pull it in. All right, and let's be pretty about this. So let's look up to the sky. Big breath in. If you feel the stretch, you're doing it. You're getting the benefits of yoga. I've just been doing this for 25 years, so I gotta pull it really far in, start getting those benefits. All right, we're gonna gently release it. Don't let it flop on the floor, all hard it hurts. Now, we're just going to rotate our body to the side. So if you're up here, that's where you are. I'm already kind of down low. So if you're here, and this is what you feel, go for it. You can use your hands as much as you want. We're going for a stretch here, not the power. So we're gonna try to get as low as we can. So I'm very flexible in my hips, so I come down really far. You can press forward. I use my elbow to press this knee back. And then coming forward adds to the stretch. Put your hands in the middle, and we're gonna swing over to the other side. Lift the heel, and just drop down into that stretch. I gotta push back a little bit. Really enjoy this. This is our downtime. We gotta go back to standing strength on the other side here in a second. Coming back over, we'll come right back to that low lunge. Curl the toe, and let's bring it forward. Big inhale up. Oh boy, we gotta do it on the other side. You can get a drink, grab a drink. Here we go. Left side, inhale. Exhale, sit it back. Intense pose. We're lifting and sinking at the same time. Hold it. Breathe through it. And let's go to the left side first. You can push down with your hand, like push your elbow down to lift your chest up a little bit more to give you more twist. Big inhale, exhale. Next inhale, bring it through. Exhale, place it to the right side. And here you can push down, lifting that chest up. Exhale, come through. Left leg now shoots back as far as you can. Drop the heel. And we're in a nice warrior one, wherever is comfortable for you. Open up the arms to warrior two. Our chest is now facing the back, but we're looking over the front. Big inhale, reach that front arm up, trace the sky, lift as high as you can get. This is a break on that front leg. Nice big inhales. On your next exhale, come down through and drop to extended warrior. Look up to that hand if you can. If you want more, drop it down. If you want even more, you can bind. Another big inhale. Coming up through. Extend through second warrior two. And then reach the arm up. And we're going to come forward onto the right leg. Holding your balance. Finding a spot on the floor and focusing on that. Try to keep as straight as possible. Holding our abs in. Our glutes are tight. Everything's working right now. Bend that front leg and gently drop it down. Coming back through some warrior. Straighten that leg, pop that hip out as far as you can, and let's drop the hand down. All right, dropping that left arm, rotating around, and hanging over this leg very carefully. If your hamstrings are like mine. Place the left hand now somewhere along your leg for balance. And we're going to twist and lift. And coming forward, lift up onto the toes, drop down to your knee, and gently sit back. Coming up first and over as far as you can, then dropping down over the leg. Coming up, let's come forward onto the leg. Do a nice deep lunge wherever you are. If you're up high, that's fine. You can drop your knee down for balance, stability. I'm going to come forward. Moving through that hip. Working those muscles, they get really tight. Some people say you store emotions in your hips. I know I feel amazing when I stretch them. So we will always get deep hip stretches with me because it's, to me, one of the best parts of yoga. Okay, coming forward, recentering the knee. If you need your strap, grab it. Otherwise, reach back, grab that foot, draw it in. And this time, let's do our hands. We can actually do it. Yeah, like that. That's how it goes. Now what am I doing? I reach with this hand. That's it. There we go. Reach with the opposite hand. I'm not sure you can see what I'm doing, but okay, gently release. Very gently let that leg drop. Coming forward. Now I'm going to turn away from you guys. We're going to look back at the room and let's stretch this side out. This stretch right here is what will get you into side splits. Pyramid and laying over your leg like a forward fold gets you into front splits. Okay, transition to the other side. Alright, I'm going to kind of come forward a little bit. One more time to the other side. Let's come around. I'm going to face you now so you can see what I'm doing. But we're going to go back into that. So we're going to try our side split. We should be pretty well stretched. Let's do one more each side. One more each side. I got to get a little crazy with my foot over here to get a stretch. All right, other side. All right, hands to the middle. Slowly walk your feet out. There you go. Hold yourself up as long as you need to hold. Just hold yourself. If you can feel a stretch, you're doing good. If you are way up high, that is fine. If you feel it, you are getting the benefit of it. So I have to come way down here to feel it. Now, if you're up, gently set yourself back. So if you need to put your hand back here and sit back down, nice and gentle. So you might sit off your mat a little bit depending on where you are. But go ahead and get yourself into your open split where you can sit without having to hold. So here's where I am. Now we're gonna walk it forward. I'll tell you what, this might be it for some people because this is a really, really tight muscle. So this is the one that I'm kind of hyper flexible in. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop. And just kind of sink into this pose. We've done the majority of our work. We will do a little back and stomach. But we're going to do lots of stretching from here on out. Okay, gently roll yourself up. And then you can use your hands if you want to. Pull those legs in. And we'll get into a nice butterfly pose, so feet together. You can hold on to your toes. What I don't want is slumped. So we want to keep our backs nice and straight, really great posture, straight line from the tip of your crown all the way to your sits bones. And then we're going to come forward again, almost like we're bringing our chest out this way, like we're trying to get our chest to our toes. And once you get down to as far as you can go, then drop your head. And you can use your elbows to press those knees down. Big inhale, let's come up. And let's take the right leg and cross it over the left. Take the left arm, hug that front leg. Your right arm is now going to be your spine. Lift yourself up, create length, and then twist. Hopefully we're feeling this in the hamstrings and the glutes. Mostly glutes, I should say. And release. And let's switch legs. Left leg goes over. Give that leg a hug with your right arm. Left arm presses up, gives you length, and twist. Okay, and release. And I think now's a good time to do some abs. So let's work on some abdominals. We'll do a yoga sit. I'm going to learn all the names of these. I know all the poses, but not sure I know exactly the names. So I know they do this in Pilates too, I'm pretty sure. We're going to lay down. Hooray, feels fantastic. And as we lay down, we're going to inhale. Our arms are going to swoop, and we're going to lift our legs up. Now, this can look a whole bunch of ways. You can swoop to here. That's work. You're holding yourself up. This is working the abs. You can scoop up to here. You can scoop to here. So wherever you're feeling it, you're working. So you do what feels good for you. We're going to lay back down. Arms over, big inhale, exhale. Our next inhale will come up. Ready? Inhale up and hold. 2, 3, 4, and slowly, controlled wherever you are, drop down. Big inhale, exhale. Next inhale, we're coming up. Inhale up. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Slow and controlled. Big inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, come up. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And drop. All right, we'll do one more. Exhale. Next inhale. And hold. 1, 2. Ooh, I'm shaking. 3, 4. And drop. Okay. Now I think I'm going to turn around this way. Yep. And we're going to work on our lower abs. This is a great exercise to get those, oh gosh, what are they called? The lower abdominal muscles. The hardest ones to get usually. So I'm going to put my arms above me. You can have your arms down at the bottom. You can have them on the floor. We're going to be lifting our legs up. You might probably want them down here so that you can push and help yourself a little bit. If you have nice, strong lower abs, you can have your arms up in the air. We're going to go up. Right as soon as we get here, we're going to use those lower abs, see if I can do it, and come up. It's hard to do while I'm talking. And drop. So nice, slow and controlled. Drop it down. Here we go. Inhale up. And bring it up. It is really hard to talk while I'm doing that. All right. And down. Inhale. Hold. Inhale up. Let's do one more. Inhale up. And lower. You can bring those knees in, hug them, roll side to side a little bit. Oh, it feels good. Okay, let's lift our legs up to the sky. And in fact, if you have one of these, you can use it now. We're gonna drop our, let's say our left leg to the ground. And then we're gonna just gently, if you don't have a strap, you can just use your hand anywhere you want. We're gonna just gently cross over the body. Nice inhale. Notice how I'm not really even going that far, but I'm feeling it all the way down. That's, if you have sciatica, this is the move for you. You can do it again when we're sitting up too. Nice inhale. Exhale, let's bring it back. And switch legs. Other leg goes down and gently cross. It's not a big movement. Our shoulders are plastered to the floor, glued right to the floor. The hip can come up slightly, but we're not lifting it huge. We're not trying to get over far. We're just trying to feel that stretch. If you want more, flex your toes. All right, bring it in. And I'm going to set my strap aside. Let's do happy baby. I'm glad I'm facing this way. Happy baby is not the prettiest, but it feels amazing. All right, so you're going to bend your knees real tight. We're going to come in towards our armpits. We're going to grab our hands, reach in, and grab the inside of our feet, just like a little baby. Now the stretch is bringing those knees down and back. So you might be right here. If that feels good, that feels great. You're doing it. I'm going to pull it down. And you can rock side to side if you need to get a little bit farther down. I stretch my legs out a little bit. Rocking side to side is what makes you look extra happy as your baby. All right, and release. Let's bring those in. Actually, let's lift our legs up. We're gonna do one more lift up and over. Here we go, my room. Up and over. And let's gently drop those toes to the back and see if we can get a nice stretch like this. Wherever you are, you're good, don't push it. All right, on your next inhale, let's reach around and grab the back. I'm gonna hold my shirt up while I do this. Here we go. Grab your back and let's lift your legs up to the sky, like so. Eventually, let's see, I'll tuck my shirt in and see if I can do this. Eventually, well, you want to be able to do it without your arms. Can I do it? Almost. There we go. All right, and gently come down. Roll it up. And actually, let's roll ourselves up. What time is it? Okay. We'll do a little back. How is everybody feeling? I am working. I hope you're working. I hope you feel like you're getting an actual exercise, actual workout. I feel like I am. Okay. So, let's add some planks into our back. So, we're going to do a nice plank right here. If you are uncomfortable with planks, just put your knees down. This is stuff, you're still going to get good work here, okay? So, I'm going to hold myself up in a plank. Let's lift our right leg up. And let's lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop it. And lift the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's drop our knees. Let's draw down into a cobra. Here's cobra. Lifting up. And let's reach our arms out in front of us and lift the back legs. And hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop back to cobra. If you want to drop down, you can. Either way. And coming back up. Here we go. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Okay. That's good for now. Let's come on up. I want to do a little foot stretch. We hardly ever stretch our feet, and it can cause problems in your foot as you go. So having flexible feet is actually a good thing. So we're just going to sit on our legs, kneeled, and hands at heart center. This is going to be a very small movement for most people. I've been working on this a lot. We're just going to lean back, keeping our body nice and straight. Lean back and lift up the knees. And give the front of your foot an incredible stretch here. So just hold, don't do too much. You don't want to hurt yourself. You'll be able to feel it. You know when to stop. You stop where you need to stop. All right, and release. Putting the hands down, lifting the toes up behind you. We're going to then sit on the back of our toes. So you should feel big stretch along the back of your foot. You know me, I've got to go a little extra for these. So to stretch my feet, I lift up. And I go a little bit forward like this. But that gives me a really good stretch. All right, release down. Or do it one more time. We'll lift up. Big inhale. We should be calming our heart now. We are done with pretty much all the work. The rest is smooth sailing from here. And release one more time for the soles of your feet. Lift and stretch. Okay. And release. Let's sit back. We're going to do a couple more sciatic. Sit with your legs nice and straight, body lifted, legs are flexed. This is a teeny tiny bit of work. I like to do this. So sometimes I'll do a couple extras, lifts, because it's a really good stomach workout. We're going to lift one leg, left leg comes around, grabs it. Should go there we go. Right arm is going to create your second spine, lift up so you're straight, and then we're going to twist. The motion here is barely crossing my body, but it's a small movement and it feels amazing. So if you want a little bit more, you can kind of sickle the toes down, and that'll engage more of that sciatic. All right, and release. Using your core, drop it nice and slowly. Lift, lift, and grab. Lifting back, creating the second spine, and then twisting. And I'm going to sickle my toe in. And release. And then let's just do a sitting forward fold. So lifting up and over, you're trying to get your chest to your toes. At the very last minute, you drop. All right, let's bring our legs in. We're going to cross our right leg over the top of our left. This can look several different ways depending on how much flexibility you have. I'm just going to kind of keep mine out. It doesn't really help if you go in further, I don't think. It's almost better if it's further out. We're going to lift up. I'm just going to come straight forward. I have to be careful of my hamstrings on this one, so go very slowly. But once you find the stretch, you'll feel it. Once you find it, then just kind of work yourself into that stretch. Do this very slowly, though. I've popped a hamstring on this. But you should feel this in your glutes, almost completely in your glute. All right, and lift back up. We'll switch sides. And come forward. Time. 7:49. We've had a good run, 50 minutes. That gives us 10 minutes for Savasana. So let's do that. All right. So this next part is called final Savasana. It's your final relaxation. After stretching your body and pulling and twisting and getting deep into your joints and your hips and everything, your body releases hormones that make you feel wonderful if you lay down and let yourself feel it. So we're going to lay down now. One of the saddest things is to finish yoga and go straight out the door, because Savasana is such a wonderful feeling. It's final relaxation. So I am going to lay down, I think. Yep, I'm going to lay down. Everyone, you're going to get yourself as comfortable as you can on your mat. If you're in a cold place and you might cool down too much, put on a jacket or have something ready to go over you. Just let your feet fall off to the side. You're going to let your arms fall off. Let them lay however they fall. And now we're going to actually try to do something that is one of the hardest things for humans to do in this day and age, and that is relax. And to really relax, you're going to try to make yourself feel heavy. I know we usually don't like the idea of feeling heavy, but to really relax, you've got to let yourself sink. Sink into the floor. Almost as though the floor is pushing you up, it's holding you. Let your feet fall over. If you want to give them one last squeeze, one last tight squeeze, and then release and let them fall. Your knees, one last squeeze, tight, 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 your whole leg, squeeze, 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 and then release, release, let them sink into the ground. Squeeze your glutes as tight as you can, squeeze, 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 and then release, release them, let them sink. You can tighten your arms, tight, 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 and then relax them. So you feel that difference between work and relaxing. As you find your spot in this world, sinking into the floor, relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your cheeks. Relax your jaw. Imagine someone coming behind you and pressing your shoulders down, making them relax. Pressing them down into the floor. Sink. Let the warmth of the room surround you. Any air currents pass by you. Feeling your space, feeling your place in the world right here. Your breath may get shallow. You may almost even stop. Slowly start to bring yourself back to the room. Maybe take a deep breath. Curl your toes. Curl your hands. Slowly move your legs. Bring yourself back to your body. And when you're ready, you're going to gently roll yourself onto your side. Resting your head on your arm, wherever you're comfortable. And then finally roll yourself up to sitting position, wherever's comfortable for you. Hands on your knees. That's my cat trying to get in. The door closed somehow. Big inhale, exhale. Let's do a nice head roll. Keeping your eyes closed if you want to. You don't have to come out of it quite yet. She really wants to get in. And then roll your head back the other way, the other direction. And come to center. We're going to finish with a yoga breath. I'll describe it first, and then we can do it together. What we're going to do is take a really huge inhale. So sometimes we take a big inhale and exhale. Then we take the huge inhale. We hold it at the top for 4 or 5 counts. And then we're going to release it as slowly and as purposefully as possible. So we're going to try to drag it out as long as we can. Imagine yourself as Mariah Carey and holding out that beautiful long note. But we're just doing it with breath. So I'm going to make it a little bit louder. I'm going to make a little whistle so you can hear. And we're just, once you're done, just finish up, and I might still be going. Here we go. So we'll do a big inhale first. Exhale. Here's our big inhale. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. Looks like it's perfect timing. Thank you so much if you joined. If you're joining after the fact, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed your hour with me. I hope you got to get deeply into some stretches, and I hope you got a good workout. Namaste.
Living with a progressive condition such as COPD is a many-year journey. It's impossible to anticipate the changes in various care. Medicine